Holy Guardian Angel, ancestors, spirits that guide me, archangels, elevated spirits, please help me deliver this channeled message to the collective. This is a container for love for the highest good. Only the most truest and honest message can come forth here. Thank you. Let me go ahead and light this candle too. I made it actually. It's from beeswax. I just had the urge to make beeswax candles, and I spent 2 hours making them, hand dipping them, most of them. And this is just all the wax I did particularly feel like hand dipping. Welcome, welcome. Today I'm called to use the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. Particularly, I'm being called to do the soul growth spread for you guys. So this spread offers profound insight while remaining simple, making it a great way to hone your reading skills and build a connection to the deck. Life is a school for the evolution of your soul, and you're always moving through a lesson. Use this spread to peek behind the veil of reality and explore the energetics behind anything you're experiencing. Inquire about a specific area of concern, or more generally, how is my soul trying to grow now? What lessons am I learning? So this spread has 3 cards. What you are learning, how you are learning it, and where the wisdom will take you. Alrighty, so let me intuitively weave a story. Find out where you've been. Find out what you've learned. Find out what message needs to come forth for you. So the first one is what you are learning. So what is the collective learning? Can you please let me know? Okay, we got the 4th house, and then we have how you are learning it. Okay, we have the sun. Interesting. And finally, this is the where wisdom will take you. Yes, correct. Where the wisdom will take you. Exciting. This one. We have the South Node for that one. Okay, let me show you the cards. The first one we have the 4th house, the house of the family, the house of our roots, our culture, home, peace, comfort. The second card we have the sun. Our self-expression, our inner truth, really embodying the fire of our soul, our identity. Some may even say our ego. And finally, we have the South Node, destined to release the Dragon's Tail. The South Node usually speaks to past life gifts. Definitely you are incarnated into this life with things you already know and already have talents for, and I'm getting a message here about, wow, finding your peace and comfort. And I have the feeling that it's been so hard for you to do. I'm getting the word boundaries. Boundaries is so important to you. It's something that may be underdeveloped. A lot of people, they need to reestablish boundaries as an adult, because basically the boundaries we've had since we were children, they don't particularly serve us anymore, because a lot of boundaries that we've made for ourselves isn't actually or inner truth, the inner voice inside of you, it seems like it's finding itself. It seems like it has something new to say. Wow, that's really interesting. It has something new to say, and I'm getting this feeling of you're finally listening to your own voice, like recognizing the power and weight it has. Your voice is divine justice. You don't even notice, or maybe you know this, but you're not embodying your truth fully. But whenever you say yes to something you don't want to say yes to, you are saying no to yourself. Boundaries it's a container for energy. It sets what you want and what you don't want. And I feel like deep down, home, peace, and comfort, the themes of the fourth house. The fourth house, the opposite of the midheaven, the subterranean, like really deep rooted house within all of us. It often gets overlooked. It often is just like, oh, that's just the house of the family. And, we give surface level meaning to it, but it's actually so much more than that. It's ancestral, it's cultural, it's deeply embedded to your nervous system. And you're so slowly, I don't know why I'm saying like an untangled thread. You're untangling something that has been knotted for a long time. Ancestral gift is also coming through for some reason. You yourself are an answered prayer. You yourself, this life you're living, your ancestors dreamed of it. Your ancestors wished for the life you're currently living, is the sense I'm getting. Destined to release. You're meant to release something. Hold on, let me really tune into this frequency. You're going to release something, collective, and it's going to be for the highest good, your highest purpose for sure. Wow. You are learning to embody your deepest and most unabashed, wild inner truth unapologetically. I'm getting radical love, I'm getting radical honesty, I'm getting the assertion of boundaries unapologetically. I'm getting you're disentangling yourself from so many energies that perhaps encroached on your boundaries, made your body constrict. Because think about it. You know when your body lights up, when it's an enthusiastic yes. And you're starting to notice that you put up or tolerate so many things that instead of blooming into that yes, kept you contracting and constricting. But you realize that you don't have to do that anymore. No, you don't have to do any of that. I'm being called to read the house for the fourth house message in this book for some reason. So let me read that for y'all. House 4. Like the roots of the tree of your life, this house sits at the base of your chart. It reveals your basic sense of security and the influence of your childhood home. It's your experience of parents, especially the primary caregiver or whoever you learned on for mother energy. Did you grow up in a safe, nurturing space, or did home feel unstable and love feel conditional? If looked at from the perspective of a lifespan, it's the vulnerable child craving comfort, support, and consistency. Were those needs met? It's the budding human taking shape and nesting within a home or family, echoing, for better or worse, where you feel most comfortable and at home as an adult. Ruled by Mother Moon and the natural home of domestic Cancer, this space reveals where you seek private peace and comfort. It's the cultural and family roots that color the backdrop of your upbringing. It's your formative ingrained place in the world and the root of your identity. Its energies reveal the home life you have or hope to build. Wow. The home life you have or hope to build. Keywords: cultural and family roots, where you seek private peace and comfort, the home life you desire, parents, in parentheses mother, experiences, nesting within a home or family, influence of childhood home. And finally, we have the omen associated with this card. It says, where's your little pocket in the world where you feel safe and secure? Connect with your soul home in the coming days and let your roots grow. Look upon it as a living, breathing being and visit it like an old friend. If it's outdoors, connect with its essence by walking barefoot on its earth. Now is also a time to nurture your tribe. Consider the people whose mere existence helps you feel at home in this world. If possible, spend quality time with your humans, share, listen, connect. Practice presence in these interactions, whether it's with a beloved place or a person. Allow these connections to become a part of you and cultivate a sense of home within. Wow. The home life you want to build. I don't know why that's popping out so strongly. Being nurtured by your tribe. Spend quality time with your humans, but not in perhaps an old pattern that you were so used to. Spending time with people without asserting your boundaries, even in microscopic ways that really made you unsettled because perhaps you've been so hyper vigilant that you have this fortress like set in place and you're vigilant of any minor perceived like injury to the fortress. But that's the old you. That's the old version of you. You're healing, you're growing, you're expanding. And with expansions, naturally, you have contractions. But you're realizing you don't need this old contraction energy when it comes to the people that you love, the people that bring you joy, that you want to spend time with, the people that allow you to be the sun, because you are the sun collective. You're here to embody your unique inner truth. Only you can do that. Wow. Only you have this beautiful, fiery, loving heart within you. And maybe there's a layer of dust like upon it. And perhaps every time you say yes to something you don't want and therefore say no to yourself, you add a layer of dust. But it's a lot simpler than you think it is. And I say this knowing you can get in your head, it can be a little complicated for you, and that's okay. Truly, that's completely fine. However, you are learning that your peace and comfort is not an option. No, this is not an option. Regardless of your upbringing, culturally, religiously, your family, you deserve basic peace and comfort. Do you understand? Do you understand, collective? You deserve basic peace and comfort. That is fundamental. That is so baseline. And society doesn't really, it prefers if we neglect ourselves. It prefers if we chip away at our boundaries, unfortunately. Whether this be like a classic example, a job where you chip away at your boundaries, or perhaps in the media, there's like this idealized relationship that's placed on a pedestal. But when you try to gravitate towards that idealized relationship, you realize, wow, what's shown in the media and what's idealized by so many people, society, is actually not for me. That would be I would be violating so many boundaries if I wanted to go to this thing on this shelf that so many people are like, wow, this is a shiny object I want to have. But you're okay with not conforming with that shiny object because you have a unique and special heart. And you're learning that. You're really learning to embody how special you are. You are as special as nature, as a rainbow, as a unicorn is what I'm getting. You are just one of a kind. And the more you affirm that within yourself, the more you're like grounded in your truth. And then projecting, speaking your truth. I'm talking about vocal projection, speaking your truth. The more energy shifts around you, and therefore your life shifts because you've admitted how deeply you want your roots to expand in a safe, gentle, and grounded way. You can expand and heal with compassion, is what I'm hearing. I'm being called to read something from my journal. I write about many things in my journal, whether it's about self-empowerment, healing, managing difficult emotions like resentment and jealousy, shadow work, and then doing flip side like gratitude, etc. So there's a lot of things in here, but I'm really called to read what I wrote about boundaries. So I wrote boundaries. Discern what is me and what is not me, what I want and what I don't want. It seems so simple and elemental, but I suggest you actually write what you want and what you don't want, like on a paper. If you're so muddled and confused with someone else's energy, like if you have different energies just swirling around you, if you have different people in your energy, it gets so easy to get caught up in just that orbit. Like imagine, okay, literally you're the sun, you have other people in your orbit, right? And you have a magnetic gravitational pull is what I'm getting. However, we influence each other, and when there's other people orbiting around you, you perhaps may get confused or think other people are the sun, but that's not true. You're the sun. You are definitely the sun, and it's time to really write down what you want, unabashedly, unashamedly, because you want something and you need certain things. You have requirements in your life that are non-negotiable. And that's more than fine. That is needed to function as a human being. Wow. All right, let me read further. Okay, establishing boundaries. Establishing them means I've got my own back. I am worthy. I am worthy of respect. What I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to. So for example, if I'm shy reading my own boundaries too. Let me put you an example. For example, if you're trying to get involved with someone, like just as a friend, so it's like, hey, I'm saying yes to a deeply loving and life-affirming friendship, but I'm also saying no to anything beyond that, whether that would be romantic or otherwise. So you're saying yes to friendship, saying no to a potential romantic connection. You know what I mean? So that's a boundary. What else did I write? Boundaries are one way of containing energies. Containers keep things in and keep things out. Containers keep you safer. And you know, when a boundary is adult, if you can verbalize it, you can communicate it. If it makes you feel safe, if it makes you feel like you're true to yourself, if it makes you feel like you're not betraying yourself. Because oftentimes if you feel like you're betraying yourself, Even if it's just a minor thing, like going out and staying partying like at 2 a.m. when you wanted to be home by midnight. Like that's a little betrayal to yourself. And ideally you're in a space where you can just communicate this like an adult, clearly and effectively. Even though it's scary, I know it's very scary. To someone you trust and feel safe with. And then therefore you just form this environment, starting with yourself and your own self boundaries, where you just feel safe with yourself, feel safe around your friends and loved ones. Maintain and upkeep that continuous environment of boundaries, because first of all, boundaries are not set in stone. I mean, it depends on who you're with, the environment, the energy, generally just you, your context. There's so many things that can affect like shifting boundaries, and they require upkeep, they require maintenance, and that's okay. I mean, like often we have this thing where it's like, oh, but I told this person, I just wanted to hang out 2 times a week, but now I'm scared. It's too much and overwhelming for me, and I want to honor my boundaries and only hang out once a week. That's fine. Like, please express that. If it's anything like regarding, I'm getting like, especially regarding other people in this reading, I don't know why. Please set up that boundary. Like, it's more than okay. Please allow yourself, give yourself the permission. Please give yourself the permission to set those boundaries. And I get it. It's scary. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You may feel like, I don't know, you may feel like a smaller, contracted, childlike version of you. But that's not true. You haven't given yourself credit for the amount of inner work that you've been truly doing. And part of setting boundaries is absolutely with yourself, by the way, with you, the sun. And we set boundaries with things like money and food and ourselves all the time. It's kind of unconscious, like a habit. I heard today that we have hundreds, maybe even thousands of unconscious habits, or just habits, and most of them we're not even aware of them. So really bring to light what is old, what's dusty, what requires upkeep, what needs to be shown a light upon it, is what I'm feeling very heavily. Because you're ready, collective. Like, it might be uncomfortable, especially if you have trauma, I'm getting relating to other people or religion, and that's okay. I well and truly understand, but your basic safety, peace, and comfort is not optional. It's not optional in the slightest, and I'm sorry people made you feel that way. It's time to release that old pattern of thinking. You are destined to release this prolonged energy that's stagnant, that doesn't serve you, that doesn't make you feel good, because you should feel good in life. You should. You should feel like you have your own autonomy, like you can move through life and not get entangled in other people's energies. That takes discernment, that takes experience, that takes wisdom, I know. But you have it. I am so happy to inform you that you have this wisdom within you, and you'll be completely okay. You can just gently open a page, write down, I want this, I don't want that. I say yes to this, I say no to that. Non-judgmentally, with a lot of loving, kind compassion to yourself. And see where life takes you from there. And I know it may be simple for me to say this, especially if you're caught up in perhaps unentangled codependent relationship, whether that be romantic or platonic. I know it's difficult to unentangle from that, but ultimately you are here because you want the best for yourself. Ultimately you're here because you want to be your highest self, your best self. And I think that's beautiful. I really, well and truly do think that is right. Confirmation helicopter? Oh, that's never happened to me before. That's really funny. Okay, Spirit, anything else from this deck, or should I move on to the tarot? We're moving on. I express this message with love for the highest good is my intent. Love the highest vibration possible. No ownership between each other. I send out this message. You take it. You evolve. You be on your way is my intent. And I do that very lovingly. Because the vibes I get from you, it's like perhaps you find yourself contracted. And that's perfectly okay. I mean, think about the beat of a butterfly's wings is what I'm getting. Or the inhale of exhale of the ocean. So this contraction is perfectly natural. Just like the seasons, just like summer becoming autumn, autumn becoming winter, winter becoming spring. It's natural. You have to go through this. So don't think the update and maintenance of your soul, your boundaries is a shortcoming. No, it's not. It's not at all. I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want you to perceive it in that way because you're discrediting yourself if you believe that based on some false belief you have about yourself. Alright, let's get into the tarot. I'm using the Vintage Tattoo Tarot by Alyssa Wilson. It's so beautiful. My friend gave it to me for my birthday. Thank you, Ember, if you're watching. Alrighty. Hold on one second now. I love watching people shuffle their cards like really fast and they just jump out, but I'm more gentle with my cards. I have like an embracey, fiery, cuddly type feeling whenever I know I need to choose one, and that's just the way I operate. It's not as flashy, it's just like bam, bam, bam. I know that. This is just my way of doing things. Alright, let's see what the cards says. Oh my. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords upright. The Ace of Wands in reverse. And the Hermit. Definitely a wounded person. Perhaps collective, you've had a past betrayal, past heartbreak. Maybe something lingers in your energy. Maybe it keeps you up at night. Maybe you walk around feeling like you got stung by something and you don't know what, but it's just past wounds reopening a bit from your expansion. When you expand, your body, your soul, everything that is you expands with it, right? And what I'm seeing is like, perhaps this is like your soul expanding. Perhaps this is more like the map, the physical map of your body. and your nervous system, and I'm sensing like wounds that have closed just reopening a bit or a lot, depending on the context, the energy, right? And while the expansion is for the highest good, there's opening and contraction in the several wounds, however small or big they are, because of this. The Ace of Wands in reverse just tells me there is a gift, a passionate, magical, manifested gift in your life. It's currently in the reverse position. Because of this. That's not a bad thing. You're in hermit mode. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do right now. This whole message is like you're really narrowing down and really focusing on your energy, on your wants, on your needs, on you. Remember, you are the sun. And you've been hurt like hell. You've been hurt like hell by this world. But you have such deep inner wisdom. The Hermit is one of the wisest cards in the whole deck. The Hermit looks inside. Everything you need, everything that you require, it's all inside you, and you know this. Deeply. And this divine gift that's coming... There you go. This divine gift that's coming, it may be in reverse, but it'll be upright so soon. And I feel like you know that. I feel like... Low-key, I feel like this reading may be hard and bristly at some points, but it's also like, this is maintenance and you'll get through this because you're just so baller and awesome and amazing. I like that energy. I really like that energy. I'm being called to read the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Trying to find it. Hold on. Here you go. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands upright speaks to a newfound potential energy. And in reverse, the Ace of Wands is similar, but with the addition of some sort of insecurity or lack of excitement or self-trust that is holding you back from reaching your full energetic capacity. Absolutely. You have a new beginning. Newness, cleansing, banishment of old energies that don't serve you. You have that. Be kind to yourself. Have such love and compassion to your heart because it's already ran through. Like, if life gets you down on your knees, pick yourself up gently with a loving hand and don't choose to... I'm getting the sense of like, don't choose to lay there in your suffering. Like, obviously feel your emotions 100%. Feel them as much as you need to feel them. But you also have a fighting spirit. You know that if life beats you down, you're not just gonna stay down on the ground and be like, oh well, let me just stay here. You're not that kind of person. You're the Hermit. You know better. You know better. Your unfuckability, your inner sense of peace, your wants, your needs. You just know. You know everything you need. You know everything you want. And this is just confirmation for you. I know that. I know I'll send you out on your way and you'll have this newfound sense of like, wow, okay, like, maybe the term "let me get my shit together" isn't the one I'm necessarily looking for, but if it works for you, it works. It's more like, let me be so gentle with myself and allow the soft animal of my body want what it wants, love what it needs. After denying it for so long. Wow. I mean, and once you do that, there's your gift. There you go. There you have it. So you're on the right path. I had a feeling you just already knew this. And I don't have the feeling to pull anything else for you. I feel like this is a pretty solid message. You'll understand what you need to do next. Inherently, I know. I know you know. I know you know, and you know I know. What you need to do next. And all I will say is keep going. I'm proud for you. The term "I'm proud of you," I don't think it's a weird thing to say to someone that I don't know. But I do want to not give it a sense of ownership. So I'm going to say I'm proud for you. I'm proud of everything you're doing. You're recognizing, you're discerning. You're so discerning right now. And that's amazing. You want to be your highest self. You want to be aligned with your best timeline. You already know. All right. I'm going to end this message right here. I'll send you on your way. Giving you much love. And yeah. Bye.